Thank you for joining me this Monday again for an Eat With Me video. So today I'm having a bean curry. I just added some lentils, some red beans, and there's also some chicken in between, and then of course some rice. If you want any specific recipes, then do go online, Google Brands by Andrea, and then shop Property Marketing, where you can shop my cookbook called The Naked Cook. Like I said, if you are following my shorts, um, once you purchase it, 10% of the profits will go to my charity called Starving Waffle. And it's also on Mondays, I also do each one feed one, which means like I encourage others to share something like a food item or any sort of meal, whether it's something extra, so that you can just spread the love that way. If you are on the same journey as me, let me know, and let me know why it is that you've decided to take part. um, all right, so today I want to discuss something related to beauty again, like insecurities and yeah, let's just get into what your thoughts are on like physical beauty, or do you believe in inner beauty? And let me know. We can elaborate on that. And like for me myself, I believe in good character, good manners, values. That for me makes a person beautiful. I also do appreciate a nice personality. So, yeah, like I said before, I like to observe, I like to listen to people, and each one is unique. So I think there's always something new to learn about someone. Like we're not robots, we all unique. This is what the JK brand is about. It's about being distinctive, like just expressing that uniqueness and your authenticity, and just being proud of it regardless of what others think of you. Of course, if someone does have a comment with regards to your looks and it's something like concerning, like maybe they notice, like, I don't know, somehow it's someone close to you and they notice like maybe your face is a little bit skew, or you know what I mean, they're worried if you got a stroke or whatever the case may be, then it's a different issue. But if it's someone that's out there just staring at you, looking at something, looking for something wrong with your face, and then highlights that to you in order for you to make you feel bad, then that's a bit of an issue. So if you're that type of person, I also would like to hear from you. And what is it that makes you do such things? And why do you put in the extra effort to go and speak to someone or um, highlight something wrong with regards to someone's physical looks, especially if you're not able to do anything. So you are not able to lose weight for that person, you are not able to add a tooth to that person's mouth, you are not able to put extra makeup on the person's face if you don't like how the person's skin looks, for example, if the person didn't ask you to do it, if you're not a makeup artist. So why exactly do you put in that extra effort to make someone feel worse? So I don't only want to hear about people that agree with me. I would like to hear people that disagree with me. And I would like to understand your thinking and why it is that we just randomly offend certain people. Um, because unless, of course, you yourself, you are perfect, then even then I don't think it's necessary to point out an issue on someone else's physical looks. Um, because someone can be really beautiful, really handsome, and have a really crappy personality, and someone may not be that attractive according to your standards, then they maybe have an amazing personality. And um, yeah, my point is that we all have different preferences when it comes to um, what makes someone attractive physically as a partner. So I also don't, when it comes to, like in my previous video, I think it's part 8 on tone, I also discussed like getting involved with other people. Say, for example, it's not your type, and you maybe tell a pal of yours, like, what's wrong with that person's choice of partner because it's not your type, and then you basically insert yourself in the middle of that situation when it's not necessary, and then it ends up creating problems between the two of you, and it is just unnecessary effort. I also go on to make examples as to what I've learned from my past mistakes, and why I don't suggest, looking for an issue when it comes to things that is not my business. So let's talk a little bit about insecurities. So I'm gonna specifically talk about like smiling and like teeth. Why I'm gonna talk about this is because I um, had a lot of issues with regards to my teeth. Personally, it was an insecurity for a very long time. I basically So when I was really young, I had like a whole lot of gum. I don't know where it went now, but now I think it's because my teeth are so massive now, so it's all just gone. Um, but then that wasn't the only issue. As I grew older and my teeth started to grow, then the size was an issue again. And I was like, people were also making comments regarding my teeth, like because of the size of it, and it like bunny teeth, for example, and like family members, would poke fun at it, and it was like sort of like getting into my head a little bit, and I was also like noticing it, and I didn't like it. And then I thought, no, I don't like the way my teeth looks. Um, then I Let me first mention all the issues with regards to my teeth. Then, as I grew older, my teeth were also like discolored. So for me, it wasn't white enough. It was like discolored, it was yellowish, and for me, it was too much. I didn't like it, and like I always say in my videos before, I was in that whole perfectionist phase. I was so worried about what other people thought of me. I was so worried that people would judge me for it. I didn't really smile at all. I literally only started to smile like later in life, literally like in my 20s. Then I started like properly smiling. Other than that, it was always a closed mouth smile. It was always my teeth was a huge like insecurity, and the main thing about that was I thought what other people would I was more worried about what other people thought of it, which made me insecure. So what I did was there was a time where I also tried to extract my teeth um, myself as well. I tried to loosen my teeth. I wanted to get false teeth because I wanted to get like straight teeth. Um, I wanted to, there were so many things when it came to my teeth. I wanted it out actually. And it was really difficult to get it out myself. Thank goodness it's still a little bit strong today. And it didn't just fall out randomly because I literally did put in a lot of effort to try and get it out so that I could get false teeth. But then I decided, okay, I'm gonna stick with my own teeth. But then I wasn't happy with the way it was looking because, like I said, it was discolored. And I also noticed like a lot of people when I speak to them, they would like look at my teeth, which made me more insecure. I didn't like want to talk a lot. I didn't want to, like I said, smile with a open mouth. It made me uncomfortable because although I knew that my mouth was clean and I didn't have any like hygiene problems, but for the way it looked, and I think other people noticed it as well because that's how it seemed because they would like look down at my mouth, which made me extremely insecure. So what I did was I tried a couple of sessions at the dentist. I like spent like thousands like for teeth whitening here in SA, and then I was still not happy. It was like no difference. I was so unhappy because I spent so much money, and I was excited to see the result, and I thought it was gonna have the result that I wanted, but I just didn't. And some of the dentists, they were telling me, look, they even compared my teeth on this little, they've got all these teeth and the different colors, and then they were like showing it, comparing it to my teeth. And I was like, I'm still not happy, it's still not right. Then I lived abroad a little bit and I looked into some teeth whitening that side. And I then, this is besides buying a whole lot of teeth whitening products. I think I got the Colgate whitening toothpaste. I got Sensodyne whitening toothpaste. I got so many things like to get my teeth like whiter, and it just wasn't working for me at all. Then I went to London and I was living there, and then I thought, okay, let me try this teeth whitening session that side. Then I spent a couple of pounds. I went to the dentist and then they did my teeth. I had a teeth whitening session there. But before that, I was on Amazon looking for teeth whitening products. Like it was like my thing. I was searching for strong teeth whitening products. Then I got like a gel with what do you call it, like a gum guard or something like that, and I put it over my teeth, and then you get like this laser, you put it in your mouth, and then it like slowly whitens your teeth, right? I did that more than what was expected. I got whitening strips. Then I decided I'm gonna try this dentist side now there in London, and I booked an appointment and I went for this teeth whitening session. And then I got the results that I wanted, but now Actually, now it was too white. So the teeth was like too white. But anyway, I just like, even then, my partner at the time, I kept asking him, how does my teeth look? Um, is it white? Is it proper? Does it look properly? I asked him all the time. I asked him to smile next to me in the mirror. I asked him to, like, literally, we compared our teeth, and he would try to convince me that it was okay, but I wasn't convinced. It was a major, major insecurity for me. Then eventually I did the whitening session, and then it was okay for me. Even though it was not too white, I then decided, okay, I'm going to just deal with it. I'm just going to deal with it. And then I still had the whitening strips and things like that, because now I was watching it the whole time. But then the insecurity settled a bit, and then I started smiling open mouth, which was really uncomfortable for me because I didn't even know how to smile properly, like a complete smile. And because for such a long time I was like hiding my smile. And yeah, eventually I just got used to it. And then, like, by now, I am still very conscious, if that's the word. um, I For me now, it's just about hygiene. And I do look at it because I don't really look in the mirror as much as I used to. I used to look in the mirror a lot, and I used to take a lot of selfies in the past. And then I just went through this whole phase where I don't look in the mirror, I don't brush my hair in the mirror, I don't blow dry my hair looking in the mirror. It's just something I just didn't do. I didn't need to do it. I wasn't interested in it. So now I'm not really concerned about how my teeth look. Um, I also was like off camera for a long time, like avoiding pictures. It was a complete change from how I used to be and how I am now. I used to really be into selfies and really be into, I wanted to be on the camera all the time. Then I went through this major change where I was like, no mirrors, I don't need it. Um, I also went through a journey from perfectionism to authenticity, as I do mention in my other videos. Um, and then I was just like going with bushy hair, and I was just like putting on whatever I could find in the cupboard, like tracksuit pants, my ex-partner's t-shirts, his socks, his everything, his just whatever felt comfortable. That's what I wore. I didn't really worry too much about what other people said. But I'm going to go more into detail with each video in terms of authenticity and how I went from being really, really insecure about what other people thought about me to just like not giving a damn. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that I don't um, listen to what people say. If it's like someone that's really concerned about me, like I said, if they're concerned, like um, if it's like a health concern or a genuine concern, then I will give them an ear and I will hear them out, and then I will also check it out if I need to. But if it is just mockery and nonsense and just deliberate rudeness, then you can pass me with that one. I'm not interested, but I will discuss slowly as the videos go on, like how I got to this point. And now I'm in the process of doing these videos so that if other people do feel this way, or other women specifically, that they don't feel so alone, and that they know that myself had these insecurities, I myself had these experiences. I don't speak of anything that I haven't experienced myself and somehow learned to overcome. And whatever that outcome is, I want to express it so that you can understand that there is a way forward, and you don't have to. Um, it's not necessary to feel insecure about certain things, or offended when it comes to certain things, or you should really, I do recommend you watch from video part one up until till this video, up until the series is done. Because what I do plan to do is go back and then give you more examples starting from the first episode right until the end, because I've got so many examples. I also encourage you ladies to join me and share your personal experiences so we can help other females out there just to, be a little more confident in their authenticity, and just um, just be themselves, not live according to other people's standards, but just be happy being themselves. um, so what I wanted to ask, you firstly, have you experienced something with regards to this? I made an example of my teeth, but sometimes there could be a different example that you have, that you can also share your story. I would like to hear. um, for me, I don't mind. I was more concerned about myself. I am really not concerned about someone else. Whatever their teeth looks like is their situation. It's not my business. And for me, as long as you brush your teeth and you have like a hygiene process, you don't have like bad breath or whatever the case may be. If when it comes to my partner, then then it's okay. If it's my brothers or something like that, I will let them know, and out of concern. But other than that, if it's not my business, if it's a stranger, I'm not going to say anything because it's not my business. I'm most likely not going to see you again. And so, other than that, I don't mind if I see someone with a crooked tooth, with a chipped tooth, with a whatever they prefer, or whatever, however their teeth looks. As long as your smile is genuine, then I'm good with that. You know what I mean? It's not really my business. I'm not a dentist. I'm not there to judge your smile, as long as you can give a genuine smile, because I would rather take one tooth missing smile, a genuine one, than someone smiling with a perfect smile but is fake as hell. So that I'm not interested in. You know what I mean? So, what are your thoughts on the situation and the story? And if you have your own stories or had your own insecurities, and you sort of overcame that journey, or that problem, if you saw it as a problem, let me know your thoughts on that. Because some people, say for example, you have an argument and you're not even talking about physical looks. You're having a debate maybe, and someone gets upset. They're getting upset about something that has nothing to do with your physical looks. Then they want to take a low blow. Then they want to talk to you and someone say like, your eyes are squint. Or they want to say like something, you know what I mean, regarding your physical looks. Like you're overweight. And so they want to go that route where they now diss you physically so you can now feel insecure because they didn't agree with your debate. I mean, like, seriously now. Have you ever experienced that? So sometimes something is not fixable. Like, for example, if you were born with something maybe on your face, or maybe you were born with whatever the case may be, something that you can't really fix, and someone comes out there is like pointing at you and highlighting that insecurity. For me, that is not fair, because must that person now go for operation and then come back to debate further? I don't get it. Explain to me why you would take such a low blow at someone when you're not even talking about their physical looks. You're talking about you having a debate on a discussion which is intellectual. And now, because you can't, you feel you're not winning at the argument, you want to now say you have one too many roles, or your eyes are too squint, which makes no sense to me. And if you're that person, please explain it to me. My details are online. You can WhatsApp me. I would like to do a debate with you, um, a decent, nice, mature debate, and let's get solutions to these problems, and let's hear other people's experiences, and let's hear your perspective. If you're the instigator, if you're the bully in the situation, if you're the victim in the situation, I want to hear it all. I want to learn from you, and I want all of us to share um, regarding these different topics, so that we can just live better, healthier, more relaxed lives, and not be concerned to leave the house over nonsense. So, I've got a couple of questions like I do in all my videos. Seeing that we're talking about teeth, how often do you brush your teeth? Like, do you get a serious anxiety like me if you don't brush your teeth? If you fall asleep and you forgot to brush your teeth for the second time? Or do you brush your teeth just one time in the day? Um, or is it like a serious problem where you like regret falling asleep because you waited too long and then you dozed off at home while watching a movie when you had to brush your teeth for the second time? That happens to me sometimes, I must admit. Um, what type of products do you use for your teeth? Do you also look online for certain things? Do you use mouthwash? Do you use um, what do you call that stuff that's in between the teeth? I can't get to it now. Let me know what it is. It's a string. Do you use mouth strips? Do you use gel? Do you use. Are you obsessed with regards to your teeth? Let me know what type of products you use, what type of products work for you, and if you do have an obsession with teeth, then let me know as well. What is your situation? Um, then I want to ask you this question as well. Can you think of someone specific who has a beautiful smile? And then I want you to tell me, what about that person's smile do you like? Like I mentioned to you before, I, for me, it's not if someone is looking at me, smiling at me, closed mouth, open mouth, imperfect teeth, but it is genuine, then I like that. That for me is a beautiful smile. And also, when things are not 100% there, when it comes to your teeth, um, it just adds character. It makes someone unique, it makes someone different. Like I said, it's not for me to change anything on someone else's looks physically. I think it's a maturity thing, you know what I mean? Because when you think like that, I think it can be really dangerous. Whereas you obsess so much when it comes to someone else's physical looks, and maybe it's because you have an insecurity of your own, and then you want to damage someone's physical looks. Like maybe you're comparing your smile to their smile, and now you want to throw a stone at the mouth so that their teeth breaks, or you want to do something to ruin the person's smile because it's just you don't like it to be that nice. You know what I mean? According to your opinion. Like maybe other people don't like the person's smile, but because you are comparing it or because you want to make that person feel insecure, maybe you don't want that person to meet someone or someone else to see the person smile because you're like obsessed with the person. Now you want to like injure the person, cause a whole lot like a fight or something for the person to be punched in the mouth so a tooth can crack so that you can feel better about yourself. You know what I'm getting at here? These things are so crazy, but I can tell you that people are doing these things and they think nobody knows. And that is the reason why people, we must bring it out in the open. Let it be known that people are out there planning nonsense like this. People are that petty. So I want to debate this with you, man. So message me. We can do a video call, or we can you can even write me a letter if you want to. And I will respond regarding that later. And I want to publish it on social media because it's all with regards to the JK brand, which is about women encouraging women, men encouraging women, um, just to be themselves and to be happy and confident and not be concerned about silly things. You know what I mean? There are people that's for you and there's people that's not for you. And if there's someone that's really bringing you down all the time, thinking of ways for you to feel insecure and bad about yourself, and always saying rude things to you, then I think you need to think about whether or not that person is good for your mental health. So I will literally shut um, anyone out like that at this stage in my life, because before I let all of those things affect me, it made me insecure, it worked, it really did work on me. I listened to what people were saying. I then also thought like, how am I going to fix it, and stress and anxiety and things like that. When I realized if I'm overweight, does that make me bad at my job? If I'm overweight, does that mean I'm not able to be productive at work? If I'm not talking about obesity, I'm talking about like just overweight, you're not thin, and maybe a partner, for example, um, an ex-partner of mine, for example, wanted like was concerned about my weight, and to the point where he kept mentioning it and it was a problem for him, and you making your problem my problem and you giving me that stress, whereas you could have just gone and found someone according to your body type. You know what I mean? So all that things in the past would have gotten to me, but now I'm like, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not going to deal with things like that and people talking me down every day. Every 24 hours, you come around to spot something that you don't like on me and make me think that you want me to feel like I can't even put a foot outside my door because I'm that ugly. You know what I mean? When in fact, someone in that position could have have the best personality. People love to listen to that person's voice. Someone, the person is intelligent, the person is um, has a lot of good things that other people do like, and it has nothing to do with physical looks. So this problem is something I would like to discuss. I would like to hear from you. And I've got so many blogs on these things on based on my personal experience. I've got so many e-cards as well where you can really just say thank you to the good people. Like thank you to this thank you colleague, a category for thank you colleague, like those colleagues that go the extra mile to make your day better. um, there's, if you want to maybe thank your mother for something, um, it's something as small as just being able to rely on her, just being able to, um, just being grateful for her support and how protective she is of you. It goes as simple as that. These thank you cards for everything. You can just Google when you go brands by Andrea, you go to JK e-cards. There's a whole lot of e-cards you can buy and just send to someone's special. It's original. You've never seen it before. And because I wrote it specifically with certain people in mind, and also had my audience in mind, so that they don't have to sit and think of things, because not everyone likes writing, not everyone wants to write. So I prepared it all, so you can just choose your favorite e-card and just send it to that someone special. um, so yeah, I'd like to hear from you, your thoughts on that. Thank you.